Manny,
Hey man.
dude, so
Hey, how's
awesome
it
to meet
going?
you.
Yeah, man. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I'm so psyched because we're on the same coin. We have like the same
Yeah.
functions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like it's cool to meet people that have your same functions because you can
Yeah.
super relate to them. Not that I can't relate to anyone else. Not that I don't enjoy everybody. I don't.
But
Disclaimer.
theoretically, this should go smooth. Theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah. If I can get you to blast.
Yeah. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
yeah, no, yeah, I'm pretty excited. And yeah, I feel like I'm ready to play.
To play. All right. Play mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So first of all, I know your functions.
Yeah.
I don't think I remember exactly all of your masculine feminine stuff, but I know
Yeah.
your NITI.
Yep.
Yeah. I like because I tried to type you. You showed me your typing videos, and I was
Yeah,
like,
you did. You did. You got really
yeah.
close. I can't
Oh,
remember
yeah.
what it was really close.
I didn't get NI first. I thought it was like I saw so much NI, but I was like, I thought you were coming at it from a TI angle. It's just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
my backwardsness. But yeah, cool, man. So like you have something about NI you want to say? Like,
Yeah, in that I'd say sometimes and I can be hard to see because with the observers, I don't think they're as easy to see as the deciders. Like if someone
oh,
is
really?
like a decider and it's like double activated, that will be easier to see than someone with, let's say, NI and it's double activated.
What
So
do
I
you
think
see?
deciders are easier to see.
Yeah.
And my NI in particular is single activated, and I have double activated TI, which is masculine. So yeah, of
Oh,
course, TI.
my TI is masculine too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
And your SE is?
masculine too.
Oh, we have the same exact functions.
Yeah, exactly the same sexual modalities too. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
That's cool. All right.
yeah,
This should be interesting. Okay,
yeah.
so so you're not as aware of your NI than you are more of your FETI balance. You're more aware of that.
Ooh, that
FE
is a
sorry FETI.
yeah, yeah. I would say day to day, going through the day. Yeah, I'm more. I try to be more careful with the whole my deciders. With when it's my
Really?
observers, I'm a bit more oblivious. Yeah.
What do you see as like your consciousness as both your feelings and your thoughts, or as your concepts?
That's a tricky one. I don't know. It's hard. I don't,
Yeah.
that's the thing with me. I've always felt like I don't, I feel weightless in myself. I've never felt like this is me. Like, there's no, like,
Oh,
and that just might be the feminine and I
okay.
just making everything kind of weightless and flowy. But, like, I've just felt like I'm just this thing seeing how things happen. And I don't know. I can't say whether I'm one thing or another.
Right. Do you
It's more.
believe in the world? Do you believe that the world exists?
Oh yeah, I mean, it
Yeah.
exists. I
Is
just
it
don't think we. I think we. Well, it's pretty clear. It's always been clear that we as humans don't really know what the objective world is.
yes.
Our
Yes.
perceptions are
Yes, for
just
sure.
assumptions. The best guess we can make
Right.
to allow us to survive.
Right. Yeah.
Neurochemistry has showed that very clearly. But even like hundreds of years ago, um, so many philosophers have made that point without science to back it up.
Right. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, and today you have science to back it up that we have really no idea what the world is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
We're
think
just
it's called
guessing.
representational theory.
Okay, I didn't
But
know
yeah,
that.
yeah, all the viewers, you can look that up if you want.
Okay. For sure I will. Um nice. Okay, so then how do you experience your NI? Like we didn't really talk too much about it. Do you see all the connections? Do you go really deep on when you're examining things or
Yeah, I'd say I I think it's maybe the case of my particular type in the way I use NI, but I like to have this like NI does, it likes to clump things into one big concept. And
yes.
I do tend to do that, but there needs to be a large amount of variety from
Right.
my side to get satisfied that this is good enough. I think it's because I have double activated masculine SE, and that just forces me to try add as much information I can. So I'm
Right.
very like I just pull in the most random different things
Okay.
to make it as
It does it help you
contained.
does it help you to structure your NI to get that SE?
Um, helps me to feel more confident in my NI, but
Right.
structure it becomes very watery.
Right.
Okay, when you add so many different things, it's not as clear. Like someone with masculine double activated NI, it's more narrowed and it is very like clear. But for
Okay.
me, it's much more watery. I think it's like everything is
Interesting.
just part of this thing. It's
Yeah.
very
You know, I spend a lot of time with my NI. I don't like, but when I do, like, I always feel that like it's like a bunch of cones that are coming out, and like they're
yeah,
all connecting in this one point. Like they're all
yeah,
everything is just completely connected, but it just sort of
yeah,
comes out to meet the SE in all of these different ways.
hundred
And
percent.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I can't see where they all meet, but I know they do somewhere. Like
yeah.
that's where the direct. Yeah, you feel that too?
That's it. Yeah, yeah. It's like this. It's like yeah. I think you explained that really well. Yeah, it's like you feel like um it's kind of like in the sense that you have your limbs. I don't know. This is going to be a really weird
Go for it,
abstract.
man. I'm into it.
It's the way like you can see your outer body. You have your limbs. You can like touch things. You can experience the world outwardly.
Right.
And your limbs and your eyes and your outer body connects to your internal part, your
Right.
heart and everything. But you just can't experience you can't see the internal parts. You can just experience the outer
Yeah, I always
experience.
call it the finger that can't point at itself.
Yeah, 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 that's it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. You're
right.
like, there's something. It's not. Yeah,
I know there's a finger there. I just can't see it because I can't point at it.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
There's a lot of, I think there's a lot of like woo stuff about that, but
yeah. I know. Yeah, for
about
sure. Yeah,
how I think Alan Watts talks a lot about that too. He's a really good guy to listen to, but he talks about how
yeah. I heard some
um,
of his stuff for sure.
the self can't really recognize itself completely because you wouldn't be operating how you should be. Like the
Right.
way your eyes are designed to look out into the world, your brain, your consciousness is designed to experience everything, but it can't then look at itself.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
work that way.
yeah, yeah.
So that's what
I
it feels.
actually
That's
have a
what it's
video
like.
on. I didn't take Ellen Watts into account, but I actually have a video kind of on that concept that like
Yeah,
that you can't have everything in your mind at the same time,
yeah,
and so you also can't have your mind in your mind completely because your
exactly.
mind can't contain itself.
Yeah,
Anyway,
there
yeah.
has to be some duality. Like there always has to
Yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for
Like,
sure.
yeah.
Cool, man. Okay, so then your TI, how do you see your TI?
Ti, ooh, Ti. I see it most. I don't know about positive aspects of it. Like I'm not like super smart or anything, but I see it in my negative aspects where
You're
I
smart,
have
man.
masculine
Don't be modest. You're smart. You might feel like you're
I'll
not, but
take,
I'm sure you are, man.
I'll take that. I'll take
All
that.
right.
Thanks. Um,
Yeah, that's a good double decider there. Good job. I could never do that. I would just be like,
yeah,
yeah, cool.
no, usually I do really struggle to take compliments, like
Right.
genuinely.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I'll take it. Um,
Awesome.
the masculine TI, I guess Dave and Chandler always talk about how TI wants, especially when it's masculine, it wants the information to make sense to them. It wants the logic to come to them rather than for them to move to the logic. And
Mhm.
how that will happen with me is when I was younger, like I'm a really chill guy. I'm rarely ever angry.
Right.
But the one thing that would just set me off, that was pure rage, is doing maths and maths not making sense.
Oh,
And
really?
it'd be in the sense that like I was pretty good at math. I did pretty well. But if like I had homework and like the way maths is they want to give you tools. What like it's maths is very NT/ST. So they'll give you like
Right.
no, and then they'll give you homework to practice and utilize that knowledge. But they're also gonna leave some information out for you to think for yourself, right? So they want you to kind of work through, let's say, questions, and when you get to the harder questions, you have to think harder and extend
Right.
beyond what they've given you, right? But when I'm doing work, if it doesn't make sense based on what they've ST given me, like, and my ST is what's masculine. If I'm like, this isn't making sense, I'm doing everything I should, this should work, I
Right.
just get continually frustrated because in my head it should work. And that's the masculine TI thinking everything should work for me.
Right.
So yeah, I'll just keep trying and trying with work, and then I go to my dad and I'd run. I'd be like, the math homework's really picking me up, da, 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 just like in a rage. And my dad's like SITE, and he's a really chill guy, and he'll just be like, all right, calm down. And it's kind of like the way TE sees TI as tantruming, like this the way FE does with FI. So he'd like be like, all right, just take a breath. Let's like, let's just see this with a bit of a wider perspective. What can we do here? Let's work this slowly. Two heads are better than one. And that's one thing
Interesting.
I hate, working with people to figure something out. I just want to do it myself. And if I have to include someone, then I feel like
Yes.
I've lost.
Yes.
I've
Yeah, I
lost.
feel you, man. I feel you.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's masculine TI for me. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. For me, maths wasn't ever that like it always made sense to me. Maths.
Yeah.
Everything
Uh,
else didn't make sense.
yeah. Like yeah, the majority of the time it did. And I think that's what would frustrate me more because I'm used to it making sense. Do you know what I mean? Like if something's so normal, the moment it doesn't make sense and you expect it to move for you anyways, then you
You,
flip.
you, you know what didn't make sense to me? History, geography. It didn't make sense that we had to remember these arbitrary borders and how
Yeah,
countries are called these arbitrary names,
yeah,
and we
yeah,
had to remember these dates where some person died. Like I'm like,
yeah,
why are we? Yeah, but now I understand now why it's important. But like at the
yeah, yeah.
time,
But
anyway.
history for me was I think I slept in like, all my history, like a lot of my history classes, like not intentionally, not like
Yeah, yeah, we'll
I'm
talk. Yeah, we'll talk about that for sure. Yeah, let's. Okay, so
yeah.
we talked about NI and TI, and together they make sleep. So I know you. That's like your savorier state. That's where is it? Do you like to sleep, or is it a curse for you?
Yeah, sleep. It it feels like a curse. Like
Yeah,
it has its pros and cons, and I think a lot of times people might not be quite sure what sleep is. Like someone
right,
might say, "No, I do ruminate and I process things," and that is what sleep does. But
right.
and everyone ruminates, and anytime you're alone, all you have is your thoughts. So like everyone does
Well,
that.
I don't know if everyone does do that. Maybe you're assuming that everyone does that.
Maybe yeah, maybe I am, maybe I am.
Yeah,
But it's in the sense that like I don't know. It's not so much so do you process things at all. It's more so how much do you process things. And
right.
sleep, it's I can't ever turn it off. It's like the same way play blast people are very they gravitate towards the outside world. Like they're pulled to bang blocks and bang the tribe. For
Right.
me, I'm constantly pulled in to my head.
Yes.
It can be in front of me, having a conversation, and I just have this urge to just stop and just process what they're saying. And it's like Austin explained it really well. Play is ping ponging with the tribe, and sleep is just this ping pong conversation
Right.
internally. And
Yeah. I don't actually experience it as ping ponging internally, but
yeah,
we'll talk about the way you see it. So you see it as ping ponging internally.
yeah, and it it makes it sound really simple when you say that
Yeah.
because there's obviously complex levels to it. It's the way I think Jordan Peterson talks about how your mind, you should consider yourself as a subset of personalities. Like you should consider yourself as a host of different people in your head. You have all sorts of subconscious personas that want different things pulling, and sleep is just building the relationship between all these connections.
That's
And
interesting.
that's how I see it. Like one moment, it's very it's hard to point at because it's all happening internally, but that's kind of
Yeah.
the gist
That's
of it.
that's really interesting. I've really been trying to pay attention. Like I don't know if I have sleep or not because now it's in question, but I was really trying, like, what I do most of the day,
Yeah,
all the time. I was really trying to
yeah,
pay attention to what's going on, um,
yeah,
and I see it more as like just so much information that needs to be processed and figured out, and
yeah,
it's just clogging my mind. And I
yeah,
can't take anything new in. I can't do anything until I've figured that huge clump of data out. And it's like
yeah,
clearing lines in Tetris, where like
yeah,
now there's room. Yeah, you feel the same
yeah.
thing?
It's like that for me. It's almost messy. It's a really it's the way you explain it is seems quite organized. For me, it's like it's kind of chaotic. It's like
Yeah, you'll be sorting out several things at the same time. Will you do
yeah,
it? Yes.
ideally I would like to just be taking the previous thing I'm thinking about and sorting that
Yes.
logically, but I feel responsible to also clump this new. It's just melding things together constantly and piecing out what works, and it's like it's just a very chaotic process internally.
Yeah.
I constantly tell people, they don't believe me, but I always tell people my brain just feels like mush all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Do you ever
It's,
feel like you get stuck on one thing and you're like, okay, that's fine. I got more stuff to worry about. I'm going to worry about this now. And then you go back to that one thing and you can solve it again? You don't have that?
no, I wish, but
Okay.
no, I can never I can never drop it. It's never a point where
No,
I'm
you
like
can't. Yeah, you can't drop it, but like, you have
it's
something else you need to deal with. So you can
yeah.
deal with that and then go back to it. Or no, you have to stay on that one thing.
Oh, man. And this what you're saying is it should that does seem to be what sleep should be because I think stereotypically INFJs as well they're known to just process things unconsciously, then they kind of go back to it and then they have the answer, right? That's what you're saying should make sense. But for some reason, I don't know. It just, I don't know. I don't feel like I do that as such. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't,
It's just that
sure.
like for me, there's
Unless
such
it's,
an, sorry, go ahead.
unless it's like intentionally, like I could intentionally say, like write it down, like go back to thinking about this. But I'll never,
Oh,
um, it is I never go back to it like everything just seems like it's moving and it's just being melded together. Like there's no point at which I take a U-turn and just get the answer. I'm like, oh, I might stumble across the answer, but I'm not going back. Do you know what I mean? I don't
yeah.
know. It's,
Yeah, I think I do. Because yeah, I think maybe the time scale we're not agreeing on the time scale. So for me,
yeah.
the time scale is like really fast. Like you'll
Yeah,
go
okay.
really fast to something and then go back.
Right, right.
Not
I
like
was
leave it for
thinking,
like a day or not like leave
yeah,
it for like a minute. You leave
yeah,
it for like a
yeah,
split second to go and do.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, 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 of
Okay. Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Sorry, I
yeah,
wasn't clear.
I,
Clear about that. Yeah.
yeah, no, that's
Cool.
understandable. Yeah. Just yeah, I agree with that. I'd say that does happen. There's
Nice.
back and forth a lot. Yeah.
Okay, and so then how do you see? Okay, now I'm going to compare them. Okay, so you have that S on the outside. So how do you see sleep above consume? How does that express itself?
Sleep above consume. It's tricky. Um I think the same way it's difficult to d- um divide play and blast. Like let's say someone's play blast. It's really hard to divide play and blast. It is
Okay.
really hard to separate sleep and consume, but how I'd see consume, it's just this funnel. It's like and again, Austin alluded to this. He did really
Okay.
brilliant, actually. It's just this funnel, this stream of content I'm taking in. I'm not. There's no back and forth. There's no conversation in my head about what this is. There's no. It's not. It's just taking it in. It's just,
Yeah.
and I know I do consume solid consume if I'm taking in entertaining content because I don't
Yeah.
need to process that.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
there's
Can you like
no.
binge watch something and just turn your mind off?
No,
No.
I think when I was a bit younger, I did a bit more, but now it's a bit harder. If I
Yeah.
just use something and I'm not taking time to process it, then I'll feel kind of bad in myself.
So
I'll feel kind.
you'll process what you're consuming, or you'll process
Yeah,
something else simultaneously?
I'll consume. Let's say it's entertainment.
Okay.
I'll need to not consume too much of that because I need to process my life. Do you know
Right.
what I mean? I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
just
yeah.
go into this because I'm. Let me try to word it a bit more clearer. Um, the more time I spend consuming this, the less time I'm working on what's important to me.
Right. Okay.
That could be related to processing what I'm consuming. And let's say it's it's kind of self-help stuff. I need to actually process that and make it
Oh,
practical.
yeah, that's heavy. Yeah, for sure. That's
So I
information
can't
needs
just
processing. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. If it's entertainment, sure, I feel good, but feeling good isn't gonna help me with dealing with whatever thing I feel is important. So I can't spend
Right.
too long consuming. But consume tends to be my my actual savior in the sense if I don't feel good for whatever reason, that's my go-to to feel better.
To feel better.
Yeah. But
Yes.
sleep is stressful, more stressful, I'd say.
Sleep is stressful for you.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. I think Dave mentioned a bit about that. Um, but sleep is stressful, I think. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, sleep is not stressful at all. I just love sleep. Like,
Yeah. It's it's like sleep will be I'll constantly point out the consequences of something. Like let's say we're just there's a
oh,
group
you'll get stuck in a loop. You'll get
in the
stuck.
sense that not in a loop as such, just a behavioral habit. If I'm with my friends, let's say someone just whips something out, they'll be, oh, look at this, and then everyone's like, oh, that's cool, and I'll be the one to point out, oh, that's cool. What about this, and this? And then it almost takes the fun out of that thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Always, it's when you have that mind to kind of take the fun out of stuff. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
it's not fun. It can be fun, but
Interesting.
it's not always fun.
And so you have blast last, but it's like right next to your NI, the blast. So it shouldn't be too debilitating, or is it really
Yeah.
debilitating?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I mentioned this on another group chat on Facebook,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, I'm Blast Last, and you just said my functions are still higher. An INFE are higher up for my
Right.
type. So the three components of Blast are communicating, getting stuff started, and
Right.
throwing stuff out the wall, right? And
Okay.
I think the communicating part is the one that's tied to the functions. And I'm not the best, but it's doable. I
Right.
can do it. What
Right.
I really struggle with is the energy aspect of Blast. So
Uh,
getting started and throwing stuff out the wall, which I don't think that has anything to do with OI and DE. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I don't know.
But those are more of the aspects I struggle with,
Right.
like energy. Let's go.
Maybe also planning as well.
Yeah,
Blast.
I plan for myself really well. Just the tribe. I don't want to touch the. I don't want to.
Yeah. Self above tribe. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. Yeah. I feel very. I don't feel like it's almost like I don't have enough authority to tell someone what to do. That's the
Yes.
kind of feeling it is. Yeah, I
Yes.
don't have authority.
Right.
Uh, yeah, for sure.
Cool,
But
man.
yeah, but people, I noticed it more and more. Like the way I'll just plan what I'm doing and not making people aware. It does make people a bit like, oh, you've just been gone. Like
Right.
where I was like, oh, I was doing this. I never told them. I just did it because it
Right.
was. So yeah, that's how it.
So for us, our loaded information is going to be in our NI. So it's going to be like very abstract conceptual information. And
Yeah,
for me, the hardest part of Blast is just translating that to something that you can give to someone else without
yeah,
inventing like your own language or something. Yeah, you get
yeah,
that?
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, yeah, I just rely on play because our play is SEFE, right?
yeah, yeah.
And so that is always gonna be tangible experience, like
Yes.
bouncing off someone. So I find it easier to play because it's always relatable. But blasting, yeah, it's just we have feminine and then very watery NIFE blast. It's
Right.
hard. Yeah, I
Okay,
do
so
experience.
so talk about your FE a little bit. How do you feel the tribe? Are you able to, yeah? You can
Yeah, for
feel how
sure.
they're feeling, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I've like previously before I got typed by Dave and Shannon, I thought I was an INFJ anyways,
Well, you are.
and I am.
Yeah.
Um, and I think and like all the other people that were my type thought they were INTP according to Shannon, and
Oh.
um, there's actually a friend of mine who's my type, Chris, and he thought he was INTP, and but for me, I've always
Yeah, yeah, I
felt
saw you guys today. Yeah, I saw him talking about how he thought he was
yeah,
INTP. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and we've discussed about our differences and how he he feels that kind of how would I say it, like the lack of FE. And for me, I've always felt like it's there. It's
Right.
not as bad as my SE. Um, and I've always known that I've been a stronger TI type INFJ, but I didn't. There wasn't anything in MBTI to.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
you got your type perfect, man. If that's what you typed yourself as, that's like
yeah.
that's
I don't
amazing.
know. I guess it was maybe luck, but I don't
Yeah.
know. It just happened, and
Cool.
yeah, the FE. I think
Yeah,
I'm
we didn't
I'm
even really talk about your history in typology. So when did it all start? Like,
yeah. It was just like everything else
well, you're in
that I
psychology, right? In neuroscience, you're doing
yeah
you're doing a master's degree now.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I did I was an undergrad doing neuroscience, and I did that, and now I'm doing a master's in psychology, hoping to be a clinical psychologist.
Nice.
There's a funny thing behind that, actually. A lot of people that are my type seem to pull around that.
Yeah, yeah. I heard you guys talking about it today. Yeah.
Yeah, one of Dave's best friends. He's a clinical psychologist or in that field. Chris is trying to get up there.
Right.
I'm on my way there. There's
Right.
someone else. He's called Garrett. He did cognitive psychology. I don't know what it is,
Yeah, yeah.
but we
For
seem to
sure.
pull.
Okay,
And
yeah, that's definitely an interesting anecdote about your type. So it's good you included
yeah,
it for sure.
and I the typology stuff. I kind of stumbled across it just. I was watching some videos of this guy. What's his name? Aaron D. Oh, what's he's like? He had a lot of views. He did a lot of MBTI stuff.
Okay.
He Aaron D or something like that. I don't know if any of the viewers know who I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
we'll probably get a bunch of comments on
He
that.
talked he talked a lot of like shit, and he was doing videos on some funny stuff. I just watched it, consuming, right, just
Yeah, yeah.
consuming YouTube, and then I saw something on the side. I was like, oh, he's talking about some type of personality. Like I saw INFJ or INFP. It was like INFJ versus INFP, and I was like, oh, you can categorize people. This was the first time I came up
Oh,
with the
okay.
concept of categorizing people. I was like,
Right.
I kind of knew that's what it was from the labels. Like, oh, clearly it's two different types of people. I'm
Right.
curious.
So your end just lit up. You're like, "Oh,
Yeah, it's
categorization."
an instant like, just yeah, this seems really interesting. And I watched the
Right.
video, and I was just, wow, this is really cool. I just consumed, and
Nice.
yeah, yeah. Then
Nice.
the rest is history.
So, okay, so I want to ask you about your feelings. Do you feel like you have feelings?
Yeah, but ooh, it's it, it's definitely I'm definitely aware it's FE rather than FI because I'm
Really?
always like I know I feel stuff, I just don't know what I feel
Yeah.
until like there's something I can relate to. Like sometimes I don't know how I feel, and then I'll listen to a song where someone else talks about how they feel. Like could be emotional,
Uh,
someone being angry, and then because of that, I'm like, yeah, and now I know what I feel. It has to be
wow.
some kind of relationship to the world. I don't feel comfortable in just being like, all right, this is how I feel. It has to be some ping pong for
Awesome.
sure.
Yeah,
Is that the
that's
same for you?
interesting.
Would you say?
What yeah, I have no I know I feel.
Yeah, I just don't. I can't
I just
explain
don't
it.
know what it is.
Yeah, until someone
I
else.
don't feel it either. I don't feel that I'm feeling, but I
Oh
know,
right.
yeah, but I know something's going on. Like I know because it influences me. It makes me do things
Yeah.
differently than I normally would. And
Yeah.
if
Wait,
I
do
look
you?
in the mirror, I can tell how I feel.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you find yourself getting frustrated because of the fact that you're feeling something? I
Um, look, I think frustrated is a feeling, isn't it? I don't
Yeah,
know.
but it's like a
Okay.
on top of the feeling you're already feeling. The moment you are aware of it, and you're like, "Oh, this is annoying. I don't want to feel this." You ever get
No, no, I
no,
don't.
no,
No, I'm just
just
completely unaware that I'm feeling. Unless I like really focus, then I know
yeah,
I'm feeling something and I don't know what it is. And I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
even feel it. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. But like, I was just
That's
wondering if maybe you're closer to your FE, so you're able to
yeah,
feel
yeah,
better.
yeah. I think it's
Yeah,
like a slightly higher level.
right.
Um, but that's really interesting. It's just interesting hearing someone else's experience of
Yeah,
that. And it's a similar experience. It's just somewhat more intense. It's really cool. For me, it's like I'll be aware. I just know I can't do anything about it, so I'll be really
yeah. But Manny,
irritated.
dude, you can't hijack the interview. You can't ask me questions.
Yeah, I
You're
know,
the
but
ones that's supposed to be blasting here, man.
I know, I know. It's just yeah,
Yeah, no,
just
no, it's all
finding
good.
my
It's
way
all good. I'm just
through.
joking. So,
Yeah.
okay, so your SE demon, how does that affect you?
Getting really insecure about making sensory errors. And
Oh,
like when it's in front of people, if I like make a mistake, it just feels like almost catastrophizing. I just feel like, oh, I'm such a useless
oh,
person. Like in retrospect, after it's happened, I'd be like, that wasn't a big deal. I just
yeah.
felt really intense about it.
In the moment, it's like a big deal.
Feel really insecure. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, the SE definitely it's about like making mistakes. I don't want to make stupid mistakes.
Right.
Um, but yeah. But it's weird though because my SE is double activated. I do engage with it still.
Right.
It's like
Does
I'm always,
do you feel pain more intensely or less intensely or
ooh, that's interesting. I my girlfriend always makes fun of me in how I overexpress pain.
right?
I'm like, I like if something hurts, I'll really show it in my body. I don't know if that's because I'm kinesthetic or maybe it's just
Maybe.
nasty,
Maybe
but
it's
I
SE
always
too, yeah.
I overexpress it. I'm like, oh, that hurts. Like I don't know. Maybe I don't know, but I
Yeah,
do kind of overexpress. If something hurts,
right.
I'm showing it hurts. Like that really hurts, man. Like yeah, um,
Hmm.
and she's well. This is my opinion. I'm not certain, but I think she's an ISFP with the opposite sexual modalities. So she has feminine sensory and masculine NI.
Oh, okay.
And
Interesting.
yeah. But along getting sick, I mean, along feeling pain, I think there's also a relationship with being ill and my type.
Okay.
I think I don't know what it is, but me and Chris have noticed that our immune system is I actually have a problem. Like my immune system is lower than normal, and there's no reason why. Because I went to the
Yeah.
doctors, they're scared about it, but they realized that it's just me. So
I have a similar issue and I also get like really sick after I have to engage with people
yeah,
and yeah, be in stressful
interesting.
situations and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So I'll just be sick afterwards, like with no reason. I'm probably not even sick. I don't know,
yeah,
sore stomach or like yeah,
yeah. You just don't feel good. Yeah,
yeah,
I was talking to Chris, and I mean, I was comfortable in that live chat, and after the live Facebook live chat with Chris yesterday, I just felt drained. I told him I
yes.
was not feeling. I just felt and I felt quite unwell and
Dude,
like
wait till we're done here, man. Wait till you're done here. You won't be able to stop thinking about it till tomorrow afternoon.
yeah, and I'll literally just be laying on my bed and I'll just be
Yeah.
like
What I found really handy for like if I didn't have the video to rewatch, it would be so much harder for me to process it. But like
yeah,
because I'm able to watch the video after, I can get over
you
it
can
much quicker.
yeah, you can go through it and it's there. It's not
Yeah.
in your
The sensory's
it's
there.
in
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
so you have that balance between the sensory and what you've abstracted from it. So you're like,
yeah.
okay, yeah, yeah, okay, I get it now. Like, yeah,
That's something even just in my everyday life that is the same for me. I think I'm quite different from the masculine NIs in the sense I find it really stressful to hold things in my head. I
right.
find it to put it out there in the world. So if I write the schedule, if I write
Yes,
stuff, it has to be
yes.
out there for me to go to. But if it's in my head, it's like I
I
don't.
no, I also find that it relieves some of the information pressure that if you write it out,
Yeah,
then you don't
that's
need to
true.
think about it anymore because it's out there and you can come back to
Yeah,
it. Like you're free to let it go of it and then go examine something
exactly.
else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's the same with you. Awesome. Okay,
yeah.
so
And
we
I
go ahead.
thought the reason why I thought it was the masculine NI, feminine NI thing was because for my girlfriend, she loves holding stuff in her head, even though she's ISFP. I don't know if it's her masculine NI, but I'll tell her, why don't you just write something down? You might miss that, or it's less stressful for you. Then she goes to me and she says like, but I love having it in my head. It makes it like I like doing it in that sense. I want that challenge to just mentally do something. And I'm
Right.
like, I don't have that. I'd rather it's just, and I want it just out of my head. I don't know. But that's just more stuff to process.
Yeah, I completely get you there. Okay, so we talked a little bit. We talked a little bit before we met, but we said we wanted to talk about maybe your energy problems throughout life,
Yeah,
through like
yeah.
yeah. So maybe start with like an early memory of when you noticed that you were different from other people with your energy problems.
Um, early memory. I definitely noticed it now, but thinking back, oh yeah, like in school. In school, it's partially my fault as well, but I was I kid you not, in almost every physics class, I slept, fell asleep. Some half of the chemistry class. No, not in the biology because I was really engaged with biology, but it would be like if I have classes in the morning, I'm good. Like I will be awake. If I
Really?
have classes in the afternoon, I'm crashing. Like my
Right.
my
Okay.
my energy level just dips as it
Right.
goes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so for me in the morning too, I have low energy, but then it kind of goes up, and
Yeah,
then like around 2 o'clock, I need to sleep.
just dips. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
yeah. It's actually quite a natural. I think it's actually quite normal. Like I read about
I
how,
thought so too.
but mine is extreme. It's like
Yeah. Dude,
I
I,
am
I I snore too. So like in my university, I would sit in the front row. Oh
no,
man.
no. Yeah, that's yeah. I would purposely go to the back. In
Yeah.
fact, first, second, third year was yeah. First, second, and third year of my undergrad, I basically didn't. I missed like 90% of my lectures,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the reason was because I just knew I'd fall asleep anyway. So why not just do it in my
Could
room?
could you get to
And
your
well,
morning lectures? Could you get there in the morning?
no, that was just I'd be out late. Let's you're just having
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, for sure. Because your energy goes up at night for some reason.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and
and
you
yeah,
go out
and
late because like you can't sleep. It's like
yeah,
now you have energy. What's going on?
yeah. And
Yeah,
my friends were there, were going out, were drinking. And it just
right.
became, this is good.
It's
Let me
just like
just,
a horrible pattern to get into because like you can't break it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that first year was, but I guess every first year of university is
I
quite,
thought the same thing. I didn't think I didn't know anything about OP, so I thought like everyone's probably dealing with the same thing. And yeah,
yeah, no, it's always been like for sure.
yeah,
But I'm much better this year.
right. At
But
keeping your schedule.
me consciously really trying to get on top of it.
Right. For me,
Yeah,
anytime I have a steady job, I would make my job in the morning because like. But other
yeah,
than that, yeah, yeah. For you too.
yeah, yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
really cool, man.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
so then, like, how do you get to sleep on time at night when you have all that energy?
Sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
But when I just had exams, like say 2 weeks ago, I had my exam period, and I really got into the routine of
Good for
really
you,
forcing
man.
to get to bed like by 11, and then waking up
Wow.
5, 6 a.m. And then when
Wow.
that energy is high in the morning, I can work, and I know it'll dip in the afternoon. That's fine.
Dude, I
So
know how hard that is. That's awesome that you're able to do that.
Yeah. So, but I admit I've kind of laxed. I was supposed to just keep that up, even post
Right.
exams, but I don't know. Life, you just kind of get a bit
Wow.
too stuff. But yeah, I
Awesome,
know what's
man.
good for me, so it's just applying it really.
Okay, and then you also have these videos that you do, these soccer videos. Well,
Oh
football
yeah, yeah,
in your country, you call it
yeah,
football. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that was a good few years ago. Yeah, down in when they typed me, they said that was me showing my play, my
Right.
hobby play. And yeah, it's really funny. There's kind of a funny, not funny story, but like there's a history behind that in the sense that I didn't just jump in and do that. I was probably I had so it was like 2 years prior to me starting. I had a friend that did YouTube videos, and I was slowly learning and seeing how he did it, and I was just friends with him. And then
Oh,
that was
wow.
about a year or 2 years or so. Like, I just had a friend that did YouTube. I was just around that, right? And then eventually I was like, oh, I want to get involved, but I don't want to be at the front end of it. So it's called FIFA. It's like a football game,
Right,
right?
right.
And in the FIFA,
For video game systems and stuff. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And so in the community of FIFA on YouTube, you'd have different YouTubers, like they do skill videos, whatever.
Okay.
And I decided to just do this thing where I was creating a team of YouTubers. I was like leading it, and we had a channel. Everyone uploaded. And I was just kind of managing things. I was like behind the scenes, just soaking it in, just not being at the front end. If
Right.
anything, it's fine. Like I'm just learning, and the YouTube team thing was going good, and then it ended, and then I was like, now I'm ready to do my YouTube channel.
Interesting.
So even that was a very slow building up to the point that I could just play and do the YouTube thing. So
Interesting.
that's
Okay. So we'll put that in the comments. Do you have something else that you want to shout out to? Something else you're working on that you want
uh,
to?
no, I have
No.
plans in the future, but I'm
Right.
not doing
Yes.
anything now.
All right. Okay. So yeah, whenever
But
you get
I
it
do have
done, throw it to me and I'll shove it in the comments too.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. So tell me about chaos. How do you see this outside chaotic world? How does it affect you?
Um, I try to embrace it as much as I can.
Good for you.
It's I don't know if it's yeah, I just try and embrace it. I think I get frustrated when things don't go the way I want it to go.
Right.
Um, but it's always a momentary frustration, freakouts. They
Yes.
happen momentarily.
Yes.
But I always kind of go back to processing those moments and just I try to reframe it every time. And
Right.
I do try and maintain an outlook that embraces the
Interesting.
flow of
Yeah.
life as
For
much as
me,
I can.
I don't have it as bad as you because I'm not like lead NI,
Yeah,
but like for me, it just helps me to look at like, there's bigger things in life that are going
yeah,
on. This is
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, for
this
sure.
is put it into context and then yeah, you sort through it easy.
Yeah,
But like I don't
100%.
know, I don't know your difficulties with that because that's like supposed to be your
Yeah,
hardest thing to deal with. So good on
yeah,
you.
for sure. It's definitely harder to deal with than me with people.
Okay.
Um, that it takes more effort for sure. But I think I'm kind of lucky being my type being so spread across quite equal. I don't get the freak
Right.
out as bad as other
Right.
NI nice.
Well, yeah, because you are also like the glass, whatever you call it, the
Yeah,
glass
yeah.
lizard. Yeah.
That's
So
like a
that
that's like
helps,
a
I
snake,
guess.
but isn't a snake.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
it helps.
helps. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, you had something else you wanted to talk about? I'm drawing a blank here. You have it written,
Yes.
don't you? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I kind of just thought, I mean, I assumed obviously you'd ask about sleep, and I did have advice for people with sleep, and
Right.
just from my experience, last advice. And what I noticed that, so for me, the lead sleep is a problem in the sense I'm always pulled into my head, and I want to engage with the world, but there's no there's no incentive. I don't feel that pull. So it's always effortful and it's always
Right.
difficult. And I don't know if you heard about dolphins, but they sleep with half their brain asleep and the other half are awake.
Yeah, I think you mentioned something about that earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a I thought about that, and that was like a really good way to see being a lead sleep. You're always half not there
Huh.
and all to try and engage. And one thing that helps me get out of my head is just really getting into my body,
Oh.
really being very present in my body. And I don't know if it's to do with being kinesthetic because I'm masculine, feminine, but it's what's his name? There's a guy. Oh God,
There's always a guy.
Elliot Hulse. Have you heard of
Okay.
Elliot?
No, I don't.
He, yeah. So he's like this guy on YouTube. He gives people advice, and his type is SETI, but he's consume sleep last, and he talks a lot about getting into your body. And I don't. It might be because he's consumed sleep. He has that in his
Right, but
head.
he's lead SE, so he should always be in his body.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Um, so yeah, I guess he has that upper hand. But yeah, for me, it just helps a lot. I do different things. I'd say for people, a simple starting point is exercise. That always gets you in your body. And there's a
Right.
few. There's cold showers that really helps. You cannot process anything if you're under like ice cold water. I
Right.
get if you can, then I'll give you like whatever amount of money you want. I don't think that's possible.
Right.
So cold showers helps, and I do like meditation, but funnily enough, I struggle with the meditation where I just have to sit and clear my thoughts because
Yes.
with you're very attached to your thoughts. So what
Yes.
helps me meditation that gets me in my body. So I don't
Get you in
know
your
if
body, yeah.
Wim
That's
Hof.
interesting.
He
I
Wim Hof.
sometimes forget that I have a body. It doesn't like you're saying that now because you're saying that now, and I'm like, yeah, I have a body. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I mean, is that the TI? Just we're always in our heads, just thinking. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I
That's
don't know.
interesting.
But I know what you mean though. You're aware
Yeah.
of your mind, but not your body.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, after I do these things, I'm like, I am in my body. I feel my body,
And
and
also like you get unaware of your surroundings too. Like you're just you don't you're like, oh, where am I? Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What
That's
time
true.
is it?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Ah,
that's so true. Yeah. So if anyone wants to check out Wim Hof, he does this like meditative breathing exercise, which is it's very intense to make sure you're not driving or doing anything you shouldn't be when I don't know. But yeah, just make sure you're laying down and just watch the video. He takes you through that. You're just doing
do you drive?
I can drive, but
Do you ever doze off? Do you ever?
oh no, I'm too
No,
stressed. I'm way too
really?
stressed.
Oh,
Every
okay.
time every time I get in the car, I just assume that I really could die today.
Yeah,
It's
I have this nightmare where I feel like I'm asleep and I should be driving, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm not driving. I can go back to sleep.
you're really wow.
Yeah.
No, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that would. I do worry about it, like sleeping on the wheel, but I think I'm too cautious to for that. If I get tired, I'd probably stop somewhere.
Really good for
But
you. Yeah.
I'm very cautious. But I ended up I sold my car a few years ago because A, I don't really like driving anyways, and B, I didn't need
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm at uni, so but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I also hate driving with a passion, but I have to. So what are you
yeah.
gonna
I yeah, I'm not looking forward to the day that I have to.
do?
I'm gonna try stay
Cool,
on my
man.
feet for as long as I can, but
So what do I call you? Manny Otim or Otim or Manny?
that's really up to you, to be
All
honest.
right.
I don't want to tell you what to do.
I, no, no, I
But
just don't. How do you like to be? Yeah, what's your real
yeah, yeah. I guess go with Otim. It's a hard one
Otim?
because
Okay,
both of them are my names. People call me whichever they
right.
want. So.
Okay, okay. So we'll go Otim. That's cool. Otim. So we got to do some goodbye thing here because people think I need to do a goodbye thing. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, personally, I don't think you have to. I mean, you can just cut it off. I kind of like it when you just cut it off because that's just how I like to, communicate with my friends. We're
Just
done
cut it
here.
off.
We're
Yeah,
good. Yeah, let's go.
yeah. Or we can like draw it out and make it really awkward. We
Yeah,
can.
that's
You want to do
that's
that? That's a good ending.
Oh,
Let's just do that.
yeah.
So yeah, bye, man. It was like really cool talking to you.
Yeah, it's cool talking to you too.
Yeah, man. So like we should cut this off at some point
You know,
or
this is the stuff I avoid. Like when I'm with my friends on the phone, like I try cut it before it gets to this point because
Yes.
I don't want that.
Cool.
It's so necessary, and but
All
yeah,
right, so we'll just cut it then.
yeah.